guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know that this is like a very long awaited video. I have been married almost 6 months now and engaged for a few months, and a lot of people have already been asking me some questions about how we did it and kind of like our story. So I do have a video of our engagement. The quality is a little bit more of like a film type style, so it's pretty cool. It was raining the whole time at our engagement, so that kind of gave it that film vibe, but it still looks pretty cool to me. So something that's very unique and special with my husband and I's love story is that we had gotten married a few months before this engagement. So I always wanted, to do the tradition where it's like engaged, then married, and then honeymoon, the American story type of relationship. In our case, with being in the situation that we happened to be in, we already knew we wanted to get married no matter what. And so we went ahead and got married. And then a few months later, I knew an engagement or proposal was about to happen because we were already married, and he knew that that was something that, he knew that that was something he didn't want to take away from me, just because we did go ahead and get married before getting engaged. So I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when it was coming. I also know that y'all peeped the rock. I love this ring so much. I'll go into the details about that too. So stick to the end of the video so you guys can see the ring a little bit more up close and like the details and the meaning behind it. But go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna jump right into my engagement story. So the engagement happened on like May 22nd. So just to give you guys kind of like a timeline. So a week before that, we decided to go to Dallas just to see some friends and family, hang out, and just like have a good time before our big move to California. So during that week, I really didn't have an idea that I was about to get proposed to. There was like a small feeling that it might have happened, but like I said, we stayed there for the whole entire week. So I kind of was just like, oh, it's not about to happen, because one, I knew I wanted my parents to be there. I knew I wanted his family to be there, and I wanted like close like relatives to be there. And so I kind of was like, there's no way that this might happen. We went throughout the week hanging out with like his family, hanging out with my best friend, and then Saturday came and he was like, get dressed, we're gonna go to dinner, because his parents had came to town. So that one I was kind of like, okay, maybe it's about to happen, like I'm not sure. But I did bring like date night outfits. I always do on trips. Just a disclaimer, I always bring a dress up outfit just in case we're about to go out to eat or something, just because that's just me. I'm extra. I started getting dressed for the dinner. I didn't know where we were going. So then his parents leave, and he told me that they were gonna meet us at the restaurant because we had reservations, and I'm always late at getting ready for our dates and just in general to go anywhere. He told me that we were basically running late and that his parents had to go ahead of us so that they could go ahead and like reserve the table, and then we would just show up later. So I was like, okay, cool. That gives me a little bit more time to get dressed, get ready. So then we get in the car, we're driving, and he kind of asked me when we were getting closer to the restaurant, what do I think was about to happen? And I was just kind of like, women, we have the intuition of when we're probably about to get proposed to, or when something is just a little off and something's about to happen that's, gonna make us the happiest girl ever, of course. But we just kind of have that intuition. So I kind of had it, and I told him, I was like, I feel like you're gonna propose, but I also didn't feel like that because I knew my parents were in town. Like I had been talking to my parents, my mom, my brothers, all of that. I had been talking to them. I talked to them almost every day. So I had been discussing with them. They knew I was in Dallas. They never said that they were going anywhere or anything like that. No one gave anything away. So then we're getting closer to the restaurant, and he's asking me that. So we get out of the car, and it's not the restaurant. So it was like this cute venue that we drove up to. So I was like, something's about to happen here. I could just feel it. But I was purposely looking around at the cars that were already parked out at this venue. And I was looking around like I don't see my parents' car, like if they were gonna be here for something like this, like their car would be here, like they would have just drove up there, because it's like a 5.5, 7 hour, it's like a 5.5, 6 hour drive for them. So I was kind of like, they definitely would have been able to make it. So I didn't see their car. I didn't see anybody's car actually that I even recognized. So immediately I was just like, maybe it's just gonna be an intimate like proposal, like just me and him, or like just me, him, and his parents, since I knew they were already in town, because he told me that they were coming to visit just for the day because they hadn't seen him in a while. So I was like, okay, cool. So we start walking and it immediately starts pouring raining, and I'm in a white dress, but it was okay because that white dress was from Femme, and Femme, you know, held it down for me because that dress was bomb. I'll link it in the description below for you guys. We're just walking while it's raining. We have no umbrella. We're at this cute water fountain, and he asked me, like, if you were about to get proposed to, who all would you want to be here? So immediately I was like, something is about to happen. So I just kind of told him, I was like, well, I would definitely want like your parents to be there. I would want my family to be there, my mom and dad, my brothers. I was like, my friends. So as I'm naming off everybody that I would want to be at my proposal, here comes a line of people with umbrellas, and they're all dressed up. Immediately I can see them at the corner of my eye, and I start bawling. So immediately it was my parents. So I started bawling. Then I saw that my brother had made it, which I had no idea that he would have been able to. So I started crying. My little brother unfortunately wasn't able to make it, but he did get to be on FaceTime, which was special to me. And then right after them was like TJ's parents, and so that made me sad. And so when they're walking a little bit closer to us, I saw like my aunts, my uncles that live close by, his siblings, his cousins, and it just immediately made me so sad. It still touches my heart that he was able to get so many people to just show up for something so special to us. And I was super shocked, like didn't even have a clue. Like I said, as a woman, you have an intuition that you're about to get proposed to, but you don't know what all the details. You try to figure out all the details, but you don't. So when I saw like my aunts had made it, my parents had made it, his family, his cousins, you know, just people super close to us that are meaningful to our relationship, that's been there throughout our whole entire journey and story, it just was so special. So I started bawling like a baby. I'm talking like Kim Kardashian crying, like boo-hooing, couldn't even keep it together. But after that, then he got on one knee. We got to take cute professional pictures. Shout out to my sister-in-law. She was there to capture the whole entire night for me, so that was super special because he knows that I want it captured on like video or us to have like photos to look back on. So he really did that, and it was super special. So after our proposal and engagement, we got to like mingle with our friends and family. Then we went ahead and went to dinner, and we got to eat at Maggiano's, which I love that Italian restaurant. So he had reservations for everybody that came, and we got to be able to like fellowship with everybody and just celebrate us and our love and us, you know, starting our journey. I'm definitely going to insert some photos that my sister-in-law had took of us, just so you can kind of see, and you can see on his jacket like there's rain on there, which I just think that just makes our story so special, that it was raining. They say rain is a sign of something. They say it's a sign of something positive, so we're gonna take it. So if you stay to the end of this video, you want to know about the ring. So a special thing behind my ring is it is a radiant cut. So if you're a subscriber or new and you know my name is Radiant Moon, that already just tells you how special this ring is. So it's a radiant cut. It has exactly what I wanted, with the diamonds around the band, diamonds around the cut of the diamond. And it just means so much too, because it's a radiant cut and that's like my brand. So I always can look down at my finger and be reminded of my love with my husband, our union, and then also my brand that is in the process of growing. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys would like to see a video of my husband and I telling our story in a little bit more detail of how we got married without being in the same state, and just our story of how we met, then please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next video.